Catherine, many people say they do their best thinking outside of work, like driving, exercising, showering. But what's happening in the brain during those moments? And how
Yeah,
can leaders design environments that recreate that best thinking state?
yeah, yeah. I'm smiling because I have a workshop I give or a talk I give on why care about brain science. And one of the questions I'll ask the audience is, what are you doing when you do your best thinking? And they're saying all those things. I'm in bed, getting ready to sleep. I'm driving. I'm exercising. I'm in the outdoors. I'm in the shower. And then I say, what's missing? Because rarely, a few people will say it, rarely do people say at work. And if they do say at work, it's often door closed, kind of by themselves without distraction. And then I have this slide of a guy in a suit and holding a shower over his head on a phone in his hand. If only we could help others do their best thinking at work. But what's happening in those other conditions are just what I talked about earlier. They're in a place where they feel good. They're doing something that is rewarding to them, typically. They're less distracted. Um, Sometimes they're able to reflect. I developed a model that we'll talk about later, and I developed it while was out for an hour run. It's just like my ideas just started to flow because I wasn't distracted. And the thing about work, I guess I would say, what's going on at work that people aren't doing their best thinking. And what's going on at work is a lot of triggering of the limbic system. A lot of threat is happening, whether it's pressure, whether it's social pain, and we can talk about that later, whether it's too many things coming at them. The whole idea when someone says, I'm great at multitasking, that's a myth. They're either not focusing well on any of the tasks, or they're actually going from one task to the other and focusing at those times. But we're not good at the brain's not good at multitasking. It's very fatiguing. So I think it's more, how do we create an environment where people feel good, where they have time to think? I always like to share with people Covey's 2x2, where it's one axis is urgency and the other is importance, and most of our time is spent high urgent, high important. But the more time you spend in leadership and the higher up you go, you need what Covey calls gold time, which is high importance but low urgency. And I coach. I suspect you probably do too, Jake. Is maybe you don't use the same terms, but a lot of my coaching clients, we're talking about what do they need to do to get more gold time for
Yeah.
strategic thinking, for helping their people do their best, for getting organized, for thinking about their day. And I was just coaching someone this morning who says, I just keep getting into minutia. How do I get out of that? It's that kind of thing. So I think what we need to do is create more opportunity for undistracted time.